Good morning and happy Turkey Day, Burlington and Lexington. Hello, everybody. I'm Phil Arcaro alongside Joe Viscioni and TJ Horgan as LexMedia and Burlington Cable Access TV present Lexington and Burlington High School football. For the 44th time on Thanksgiving Day, the Burlington High School Red Devils will take on the Lexington Minutemen in a Turkey Bowl showdown. So, TJ, it's been a while since we've seen you. He's been off to Ithaca College for the past year and a half. So how have you been?
I've been good, Phil. Hopefully I haven't gotten rusty. I'm looking forward to some turkey later. You know, stuffing's my favorite side dish, so I'd say that's got to be up there.
And Joe?
You know, holding down the fort here in Burlington, doing some of the games. Thanksgiving, this is going to be a very exciting one. I can't wait to see how the Red Devils do. I'm just excited for this game. Hopefully not a blowout.
All right.
Phil, when you called me to see if I could help you out with this game, I immediately said yes because you mentioned Joe. Hopefully it's not a blowout because I knew none of these games are blowouts. They're always very contentious, very competitive football games, and I'm looking forward to another one of those from the Red Devils in a minute.
All right. Bonfilio set to kick for Burlington. In the backfield is Josiah Fleming and Jack Marson. And we are underway for Thanksgiving football, and it's an onside kick. It's brought to the 40, and it is quickly scooped up by the Minutemen. They'll start 1st and 10 at roughly the 33-yard line.
You know, Burlington actually got a hand on that. It looked like it was number 12 there. We got Alec Rollins almost had that, that onside kick right there. Could have scooped it up.
Yeah, seems like he caught Lexington offsides right there. Off guard, excuse me. They nearly got it. Luckily, it'll be around the 32-yard line, so it won't be too horrible field position for the Red Devils to defend.
1st and 10 for the Minutemen. So, Freilich, your starting quarterback for the blue and gold. Take the snap. Fleming in the backfield, here's Freilich looking to throw. Fakes a tackle. Goes to his left. He's got Quint. And he's got a pass. I think he lost a yard or two about there, and it's going to be about second and 12 or 2nd and 11.
You know, we saw an option right there from Lexington, and it looked like Burlington's way of combating that was to pull the safeties in. They kept the defense very contained, and it looks like we'll be seeing a lot of that.
Freilich taking the snap here. Freilich looking to throw. Flag immediately downfield, and a flag on the play. Let's see what it is here. Not too sure. Maybe it was an offsides. Could be a false start.
Yeah, we saw at 53 there, John Semeraro jump.
False start or encroachment against Burlington. So it's a 5-yard penalty. So Lexington gains 5 yards right off the bat. So
Attention.
2nd and 5.
Emotions are high here, Turkey Day. You can't let him get the best of you with those mental penalties.
All right, 10:31 to go. Still tied at 0. And Freilich and Quint right behind him. 4 receivers, 2 left to the right. Now here comes Bianchi. Has some room. Got a first down at about the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Minutemen.
It looks like this could be the story of the game so far as Lexington's offense gets their first down. As they're a pretty dominant offensive team coming into this game, scoring 44 points per game.
Yeah.
We'll see how the Red Devils can try to shut them down.
Easily one of the best offenses in the state. Played extremely well against Andover in the first round of the tournament. Andover, as you may or may not know, has a top 15 offense, or excuse me, a top 10 offense in the state. So basically this team can play anyone who is anyone.
That play's coming back, but look to see a lot more of those. These Lexington receivers are a lot bigger than the Burlington cornerbacks. We just saw the Burlington cornerbacks get roasted on that screen.
Yeah. Freilich looking to play. Bianchi running to his right. Here's Freilich with the snap. Freilich rolls to his left, finds Bianchi again, and is easily brought down hard by Bonfilio, the QB for Burlington.
He does it on both sides.
Exactly. And
now, Joe, I haven't, being out in Ithaca, I haven't been seeing a lot of Burlington football games. Does Bonfilio normally play both sides of the ball like this?
I'll tell you, this is the first time of the year that I've seen him on the defensive end. Seems like the coach is trying to give him some more time.
Freilich rolling to his right. He's got a man, and he's got a first down. Big first down for the other quarterback and the safety, Henry Potdevin. So from one QB to the other, and it's a first down in Burlington territory.
Yeah, let me tell you, Otavo already not having a great day. We saw that missed tackle on the last play, and here's just blown coverage. The receiver got away from him on the cross route.
Freilich again, this time at the 40-yard line. Rain pouring hard here in Lexington. And Coach Peterson calling a play here.
Got some solid precipitation.
Oh yeah, definitely. Here's Freilich. He's got some room, and he's brought down easily by who else? Kyle Forrester.
You're going to see a lot of that running play from Freilich today, excuse me, as he is certainly a mobile quarterback. One of those dual power quarterbacks. He's going to be rushing a lot, and we might see it again later.
Yeah, he's had a great job leg-wise. Bianchi gets the back and easily brought down for a few yards. Just shy of a first down, but Burlington defense working pretty hard against this dominant Lexington offense here.
Yeah, Lexington's offensive line is pretty big, but Burlington's combating that very well. It certainly helps to have a staple in your defense like Kyle Forrester to just come up and plug plays.
Freilich scrambles, almost sacked, and now he's going to run. Freilich got to run and brought down easily. Looks like number 37 for the Devils caught him first, Ryan Culhane, with that tackle.
Yeah, Burlington's going to need to start making some tackles if they want to make this a competitive game. That quarterback has been shifty in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Culhane. Freilich will start up again, 4th and 1 from the 32. And they're going for it on 4th down. And false start, I think. Nope, they're just putting some time here. Quint behind him. Here's Freilich rolling to his right. He's got some room, and he's got a first down. So Freilich does it with his legs once again.
You know, Phil, this is obviously going to be a 4th down territory for most of the field, as kickers aren't too great in this high school level, as Freilich turns on the boosters and gets the first down. We're going to see a lot more of that.
Got a real key block, as I mentioned, by one of those big receivers who just led the way for him.
They're going to measure it, see if it's a first down or not. It's very close. Let's see what they say here. Still measuring it. Everyone's silent here at Crumfield. And wow! First down by a hair for the Minutemen as they barely get it out of the first down marker.
Yeah, that might have been a bit of a tight spot. They spotted it with about the last quarter of the ball over.
Yeah,
a big dive
that was extremely close. Freilich with Quint. He's got 3 receivers, one to the left, 2 to the right. Coach Peterson's still calling out plays here. Here's Freilich looking to throw downfield. He's got a man, and he's got a first down. Number 12, Spencer Kendall, the wide receiver. We called his name all last year, and he's done pretty well for the Minutemen this year.
You know, Phil, that ball popped out at the end right there, but it looks like the referees either didn't see it or didn't really care. Thought it was a catch. Obviously, ground can't cause a fumble, but that was a close one.
Yeah. Speaking of the ground, it's pretty wet outside on this grass field for 1st and 10 of the 15. Freilich ahead for Quint. Quint trying to break a tackle, and it's brought down by Otavo and Billy Billy Pappas. I almost said Chris Pappas there. But,
you almost said Chris Pappas. Why'd you almost say that, Phil?
He looks like me.
There we go. Fun fact, Billy Pappas, older brother.
Yes.
Chris Pappas, identical to Phil Arcaro.
Quint rolling to his right. He's got some room. He's got an end zone. Touchdown! Minutemen.
We're going to see a flag here.
And, rather,
Kyle
that's going to be, oh, yeah. He's down at the 1. Probably down at the, excuse me.
So what we saw there, number 53, Max Kozosian was blocking Kyle Forrester, and Forrester just went down after a low block. So we'll see if the refs deem that a dirty pick right there.
Yeah, so we're going to start the play all over again. This time it's 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. 7:03 to go in the first quarter, and the clock's still counting down. We are tied at 0. 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, with Freilich and Quint. And Marson in the backfield. Quint throwing downfield and incomplete. It was for Kendall, Spencer Kendall, but that was just a little too far for him to catch.
It's been interesting for Burlington on the defensive side of the ball as we've seen them go man most of these plays throughout the drive. And a couple of times they've been beat, so I'm interested, will they go zone as we saw a bit of an overload on the left side. Lexington put in 3 receivers and nearly caught Burlington off guard, but
Third and
pass overthrown.
3rd and 10. Freilich in the shotgun. Fakes it for Quint. He's got a man. He's got Bianchi. Brought down at the 5, or roughly the 12 or 13 yard line. Good job by the defense to get it done.
Yeah, Joe, going back to what you said, the disparities in the man coverage right there. Alec Rollins, number 12 for Burlington, is barely 6'1", and he's covering number 12 for Lexington. That's Spencer Kendall, who's 6'4". So look for those mismatches to
Very
be
tall receivers. 4th down, they're going for it. 4th and 8 from the 14.
Yeah, 4 down.
Crowd on their feet. Freilich rolling to his left. He's got a man. He's trying to get through the defense. He doesn't, and Burlington gets the ball back. So Burlington will get possession with just 6:39 left in the first.
Matt Ryan with a, Burlington had some trouble wrapping up earlier in this game, but Matt Ryan really did it right there.
Yeah, Matty Ice getting it done.
That's a huge confidence booster for the Red Devils to know that you can stop them on the first drive. And this Lexington team is dominant on the offensive end. So Burlington must be feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
Yeah, pretty good confidence booster for Burlington there.
And Joe, I don't know what Lexington's kicker situation is, but had the weather been a little bit better, that may have been a field goal range.
Yeah. Bonfilio in the shotgun. Bonfilio fakes, throws it downfield. He's got a man open, and he almost had the catch. Otavo with that almost catch. That would have been an excellent catch for Burlington had it gone through.
So that was Pat O'Halloran on the streak right there. Absolutely torched his defender, but looked like it slipped right through the breadbasket.
Yeah. Pat O'Halloran, his first year since freshman year doing football, so adjusting quite nicely this year as is in his final game. So 2nd and 10 from the 17.
Great throw from Bonfilio, mind you, on that last
Yeah, great throw. Bonfilio decides to do it with his legs. Here's Bonfilio, gets a first down, and he is tripped at roughly the 24 yard line, so not a whole lot of yards gained there.
Joe, I got a question for you. Bonfilio, we normally don't see a lot of that shifty option stuff that was in, Coach McGuire's offense, but after he left the program, have we seen more of that from Bonfilio? Did you notice a difference?
Well, after Coach Balian took over, you've definitely seen more QB sneaks by Bonfilio, more option plays where he just takes it himself, so it's definitely been a trend so far, and I think we're going to see a lot of it this game.
Certainly.
Bonfilio runs it up again and is brought short.
Good call, Joe.
Good tackle by the Lexington defense. Doing quite well against this Burlington offense here.
This game is definitely going to be a battle of the dual threat quarterbacks. Both QBs we've seen already with at least 2 rushes. As this could be a close one.
4th and 3. They're probably going to punt it here.
Yeah, the dual threat quarterback really comes in handy when it's 4th and 3.
Bonfilio will kick this one. And he's going to punt it. Down the 50, it's brought down, and it's rolling. So the Minutemen will try and get, oh man, we're getting some chippiness over here, but we'll get 1st and 10 for the Minutemen at their own 42-yard line. So
got some extracurricular activity going on. Number 75 right there for Burlington, not listed on the roster, but he's out there banging some Lexington defenders.
Exactly. 5:14 left in the first, still 0-0, no score.
At this point, I'm pretty interested to see. Bonfilio has been out on the defensive, offensive end, and punting, so we'll see if he gets tired throughout the game because he's already played the full 5 or so minutes in this game, so it's going to take quite a toll on him.
Freilich in the shotgun, Quint in the backfield. He hands it off to Quint, and he's going to get a good couple yards in there before a plethora of Burlington defenders close in on him.
Oh, how I've missed that, Phil.
I've missed that as well. 2nd and 10, or rather, 2nd down and 9, so a yard gained on the play from Quint. And Freilich will Look to throw now. He's got him in open. And he almost made the catch, but a few yards shy. And it's a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Freilich so far has been missing his deep throws.
Yeah.
You know, a true mobile quarterback, and I think the Burlington defense is starting to realize that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And despite having a 4-6 season, it looks like this Burlington team has done quite well this year.
You know,
in terms of defense, rather.
This is Bonfilio's first game playing consistently on defense. I feel like that has a lot to do with the height of these Lexington receivers.
Yeah.
You want to bring in a tall guy like Bonfilio.
Yeah, definitely. Bonfilio is certainly pretty tall. Seems like Balian is just trying to give some good coverages. There's a big hit by the Red Devils.
And Billy Pappas with a monster hit.
Almost like we've seen that one before.
Yeah. 4th down.
Yeah,
Burlington has done a great job handling this Lexington offense here, but
yeah, Freilich got shifty right there, tried to sneak in and out of some defenders, but that clearly didn't work out. Billy Pappas and Kyle Forrester were having none of it.
they don't want to go. So twice in a row they go 3 and out. The Minutemen. Pot Devin with the kick. It's on sides. And it's brought up to the 30, rolling to the 40, or rather the 36-yard line. So Burlington will start there, 1st and 10.
You know, that first play they ran last time, they might have just caught Lexington off guard when O'Halloran got loose. But man, he was wide open. I wouldn't be surprised if Burlington tries to take another shot like that throughout the game.
Today's game, Burlington is definitely going to need a big game from Zachary Sear, the running back, who throughout the season has been fantastic and rushing for many yards and touchdowns. I'm excited to see what he can do. Looks like Pappas is in the backfield.
Bonfilio. And now it's Sear running to his right. Here's Bonfilio ahead for Sear. Sear is wide open. He's nearly got a 1st down. And do they get a 1st down? They do, I believe. So
Sear.
what a great play by Sear.
Yeah, Joe, you mentioned Sear's been helpful for them all year, to say the least. It's one thing when you got a fast guy, but it's another thing when you can catch a screen and get up to full speed in a matter of a second or two. Zach Sear has the acceleration. Right there, you see it panned out for him.
I talked to wide receiver Gianni Newman about Zachary Sear, and he said Sear just has all the intangibles to be a wide receiver, and you could see it definitely on that play as he caught the ball, had the awareness, and just picked up the 1st down.
Bonfilio, it's tipped, and now Sear trying to get it, but it was bobbled up in the air, and Sear tried to get it, but it looks like it'll be an incomplete pass, 2nd down.
Yeah, and they ran a read option right there, an inadvisable pitch. They didn't get the blocking they needed, and Bonfilio tried to pitch that one back to Sear, who, you know, it's a blessing that he caught that one. Sear got hit right as it came his way.
Yeah, so they gained a yard on the play, though. 2nd and 9 for the Red Devils. And looks like it's a timeout called by Burlington.
So already this Burlington offense, Phil, is looking a lot more versatile than we've seen in the past.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're running options, they're running QB sneaks, they're sending guys deep on 1st down. They're just opening up a new bag of tricks today.
Exactly. Rather, both of us haven't really seen Burlington football over the past year, so.
Right. And to be completely honest, that was my, in my time announcing here, that was my biggest criticism of Burlington's coach, Sean McGuire. He stuck to his guns, had his offense, didn't really switch it up based on personnel as much, and that's what they're doing right now, and it's working out so far.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a great job. Pappas in the backfield. Bonfilio is going in the I formation now. 2nd and 9 from the 49. Bonfilio takes the snap. Pitch over to Sear over the right side. Sear is wide open. Here goes Sear. Sear tackled all the way down to the 30-yard line. Great job by number 20, Zach Sear.
Man, this kid is special. Number 71, Zach Stevens, beat Zach Sear to the play that time, and Sear just straight up outran him. Usually when you see guys running east-west like that, it doesn't work out, but for Sear, so fast, just outran Zach Stevens.
So 1st and 10 from the Minuteman 30.
And going back to the coaching, which we said prior, something special about George Balian as a coach is, unlike Coach McGuire, he doesn't stick to his guns. He changes up and adapts to what the other team is doing, as we're going to see a lot of that today.
Sear trying to get through a few men over there, and he gains a few yards in the play, so second down at about 8.
I'll tell you what, Phil, this offense is looking serious.
Ah.
I'll be here till Tuesday.
I see you there. Oh, man. Okay, second down and 9 from the 29-yard line. Lexington not doing great on the defensive side. Here's Bonfilio on the shotgun. Pappas behind him. Bonfilio's got a man wide open. Nearly intercepted. Looks like Pat O'Halloran intended for that catch, but it was number 7, Anthony Bianchi, with that touchdown-saving run.
Yeah, Bianchi was in a deep zone right there, and O'Halloran didn't really have much room, so Bonfilio really liked his one-on-one matchup there and just lofted it up. Either unfortunately for O'Halloran that he threw it out of bounds, but possibly fortunately so Bianchi didn't get a chance to pick that one.
Yeah. Passing game is not great for both teams so far, so let's see what they do on third down. Bonfilio in the I formation, Pappas in the backfield, or rather it's the shotgun.
Bonfilio did look comfortable, very comfortable that last play.
Bonfilio looking for a man, almost sacked. Gets a man, and it's got O'Halloran nearly for a first down. He's got a couple yards to go, but great job by Pat O'Halloran to save that one from a potential 3-and-out.
And that's been a story this season so far for Burlington and the Red Devils, as Dylan Bonfilio extended the play. The offensive line collapsed. He got by a man and threw a bullet to his man, Pat O'Halloran, for the first down.
The real MVP of that play, though, is number 44, Billy Pappas, making one of the best and most clutch pass blocks I think we've seen this game. Just absolutely leveling a defender before he can get to Bonfilio, giving him time to make that throw.
Clock winding down, 1:25 to go in the first. Here's Sear trying to get through a hole. Sear gets a first down. Couple of Minutemen shaking up in the play, but they still get a first down nonetheless.
Last year, the Red Devils lost 19 players to graduation, and Zachary Sear is certainly helping by filling in, as he's just a junior, and there's unlimited potential for this kid, as he could be just as good as Shanae Gurrier was last year for this team.
Yeah, Sear was a born athlete. He's played gymnastics his whole life and trained at an Olympic gym for gymnastics. Never played with Burlington High School, but he certainly has the agility and speed of a gymnast.
Still clock winding down, less than a minute to go. Here goes number 15. That's Kyle Forrester. He's got a good yards, about 5 or 6 yards in the play, but time not on their side so far, as the clock is winding down still at the end of the first quarter.
So I think we're noticing a theme of dominant players here. It seems like Sear and Forrester are in on, whether it's offense or defense, have something to do with every single play here for Burlington.
And that's been the combo all year long, TJ. Sear and Forrester providing a 1-2 punch on the offensive and defensive side of the field.
18 seconds to go. Clock still winding down. Let's see if they can make a play here. Bonfilio pitch over to Forrester over the right side. Forrester has nearly got a first down. And I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter as the clock winds down. 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the first quarter. Rather, it is third down now. A little bit of confusion on the clock here. So that is the end of the first quarter now, as no score between Lexington and Burlington here on Thanksgiving Day. So, TJ and Joe, your thoughts on the first quarter so far?
Yeah, going off that last play right there, that pitch, something I'm noticing very early is that Burlington's offensive line is undersized compared to Lexington's defensive line. So what do you do when you don't have the size? You beat them with speed, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're running option plays and having these linemen motion out. They don't want to beat you up front with, 3-yard inside gains every time. They'll have their linemen pull out to block, and certainly that's working so far.
Keep in mind that Lexington has not gotten more than 20 points on the offense all season, or no less than 20 points on the offense all season. So this is big for Burlington in terms of a morale booster.
This game is definitely surprising everyone, as you can tell Lexington thought they were just going to cruise into this game and get an easy victory, and all of a sudden Burlington is really getting a great option by their offensive end and defensive end, holding Lexington to 2 3-and-outs throughout the game so far.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
All right, 3rd down and 1 from the 7-yard line as we start off this second quarter in Burlington's favor.
All right, 3rd down and 1. The ball is on the 7-yard line.
Bonfilio in the I formation. Pappas to the right of him. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 to the right. He's got a man. O'Halloran almost had the pass, but it was incomplete. Good job by the Lexington defense, and especially number 7, Anthony Bianchi, with a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, you got to reel that one in if you're the receiver. Not only because it gets you a touchdown, but because there was one guy right there, looked like number 5 for Lexington, ready to jump in and intercept that one if the ball came loose. He got away with one right there.
So 4th and 1. We're not sure if they're going to punt or make a field goal here. They're probably going to go for it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Not gonna punt.
This could be big for Burlington if they score here, and if they don't convert, this won't work well in Burlington's favor.
But I don't know, the way the defense is playing, if you go for it and don't make it, you pin them deep, it's not the end of the world.
4th and 1 from the 7. Probably a QB sneak from Bonfilio. As here comes Forrester. He's got a man, and he's tackled by the Minutemen defender, and Lexington takes over on downs. 1st and 10.
That was Spencer Kendall on the huge hit on Kyle Forrester to stop Burlington and make them get a turnover on downs.
Yeah, you're talking about morale, Phil. Spencer Kendall came off that. He's been a receiver this whole game. Came off that last offensive drive for Lexington, visibly upset, but he made a punishing hit on Forrester right there. Will get the Minutemen going.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line for the Minutemen. 10:55 to go in the first half. Still no score here at Crump Field. Freilich only to his right. Pitch over to Quint. Quint has some room and is brought down at roughly the 15-yard line. Good tackle by the Red Devil defense.
It's funny, Billy Pappas, who made that tackle right there, has the same ultimate strength as his brother Chris Pappas. They are undersized linebackers, but they have tackling mechanics like I've not seen before in high school football.
Freilich easily sacked, and a big hit by, I believe, Kyle Forrester, that one, Pat O'Halloran. And that was a huge sack for Burlington right there.
Phil, going back to that 4th down stop, what I mentioned, smaller linemen, you use those motion plays like they did there.
Freilich looking to throw downfield. He's got a man wide open, and he has it down to the 40-yard line and a 1st down. Or no, incomplete pass. Great job by the Burlington defense, and it looks like number 16, or excuse me, can't see his number there, number 12, Alec Rollins once again with the big morale booster for Burlington.
It looks like the Red Devils got a bit lucky. I saw number 53, John Seminaro. Looks like he almost did a false start on that play, but the refs didn't call it, so that could have been cost them big.
Yeah,
Not
Seminaro,
sure.
That was the second time. He's jumped today.
So it's 3rd and 6 from the 14-yard line.
Looks like they might have even caught that one.
Here we go. Freilich in the shotgun. Has room, has a lot of room. Hurdles a man, but is brought down a couple yards shy. So Bonfilio with the tackle.
2 quarterbacks going at each other as Bonfilio gets the tackle on the defensive end, saying, I'm the better one here. I'm going to bring you down with that hit.
So it's they get a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22. Freilich waiting for the play here. He's got Quentin in the backfield. 3 receivers, 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Here's Freilich trying to get a man. He's wide open, and he is brought down. Great job again by Alec Rollins with a touchdown-saving tackle.
Forrester is amped up right now.
I'm not surprised, as he is the main guy. If you're looking for the big hits and the big plays, that's your guy.
Yeah, it helps the defense a lot when you have 2 tacklers who can hold down the middle of the field. That was when Burlington, succeeded years ago Yeah, guys like Aria and Colicchio in the middle of the field. Right now, the modern version of that, it's looking like Forrester and Pappas.
Yeah, first and rather it'll be, looks like it is a first down. And no, they're calling it off.
Looks like we got a holding penalty.
So it's second and long. Going to start where they started off all over again at about the 10-yard line. Here's Quinn. He's wrapped up in a big tackle by Pat O'Halloran and Billy Pappas to put him off his legs.
Yeah, going back to tackling right there, when Burlington can wrap up, they have the advantage. Pat O'Halloran right there was the first one to hit the quarterback, and he immediately wrapped him up and brought him down for a sack.
Second and 22, 10 yards lost on a holding penalty from the 12-yard line. Clock counting down, 8:38 to go in the first half. Still no score. Quint has some room, almost brought down, and a big tackle by Kyle Forrester and Pat O'Halloran to seal him away.
Yeah, Burlington's still not playing with a deep safety, even in those second and long, third and long, because as Balian can attest, he knows that they won't be going deep right there. They'll be running something like an option, which they just did.
Third and long, third and 17 at the 16-yard line. Big play if you're Freilich and company. Passing game is crucial here if you want a first down.
Still no deep safety.
Freilich under pressure by a few defenders, breaks a man. He's got a guy, and his pass is incomplete. It was intended for, looks like number 11, Duncan Hewitt, and it's 4th and 17.
Some good defense there by Alec Rollins. Once that quarterback got deep, he saw the one-on-one matchup I mentioned with Hewitt, who's got about 4 inches on Alec Rollins. Rollins knew he was going to be targeted, stayed right on Hewitt, and immediately brought him down.
TJ, as you said, is the lack of a free safety for the Red
Spencer Kendall, excuse me.
As a lack of the free safety for the Red Devils, that's one of the first times in a while that we've seen it. Is the Red Devils usually put Alec Rollins in the back to defend those long ones, but he got beat last game, so maybe the coach might have switched up his game plan.
Kick is up. It's fumbled. Fumble on the play. Who has it? Looks like Sear had it in the backfield, so 1st and 10 for the Devils in the Lexington territory. That was Anajarian and Sear in the backfield for Burlington. So 1st and 10 at the Minutemen 47 for Burlington.
It looked like Sear felt the pressure with some Lexington defenders coming in right there, and I mean, it's so cold out. Sear didn't look like he was wearing gloves. You got to think that there's got to be some grip issues when your hands are brick and you're trying to catch punts.
Yeah.
It did also rain a bit earlier, so that could play a big factor as well.
Yeah, in addition, this is a grass field, so this is a field seems quite muddy. Anyway, 1st and 10 at the 47.
Grass field, back to the roots, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Pappas in the backfield next to Bonfilio. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Bonfilio looking to throw downfield. He's got a man wide open. And he almost made the catch, rather. It was Pat O'Halloran who nearly made that catch, but number 22, Clay Stalker, with the big tackle.
Just like last game versus Belmont, Burlington could not catch too many passes. It looks like they had butterfingers, and so far that's O'Halloran's second drop of the game, as it turns out to cost the Red Devils so far, as that catch could have been huge for their offense.
Balian's got to be pleasantly surprised with how comfortable Bonfilio's looking in the pocket. Shout out to that.
Bonfilio, oh man.
And
like you said in the pocket, he loses a few yards in that play thanks to a botched snap.
I guess the offensive line's allowed to have 1 gaff.
Yeah. So 3rd and long, we're not too sure how long. That's probably going to be 3rd and 20. Ooh, not looking good if you're Burlington here. Don't want to go 3 and out for the first time today.
So this will be a true testament to the Burlington offensive line. See if they can give Bonfilio enough time in the pocket to hurl it deep. Or who knows, maybe we'll pull McGuire and let her drop.
Bonfilio takes the snap. Waits. Nearly sacked. He's got some room, trying to find a man, and is brought down at near midfield. And it'll be 4th down. And so they'll probably go 3 and out for the first time today.
Yeah, deep zones right there for Lexington, coupled with a ferocious pass rush, really didn't bode well for Burlington's 3rd down chances.
So for the first time today, we'll see Burlington's kicking game. See how they do, rather the second time today.
I feel like we see this Bonfilio.
Yeah, exactly. You may remember that Bonfilio played as a backup kicker 2 years ago when James Mackey had a concussion. So he's back on kicking duties again. It's an onside kick, and it's run all the way down to the 20, the 10, and first and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Minutemen.
Yeah, a bit of a line drive punt right there, but hey, it worked.
Yeah, he squibbed it, and it puts Lexington back in a pretty bad field position, as the Red Devils must be pretty happy with their effort right there.
Yeah, I guess when you're a punter, it really doesn't matter how pretty it looks, as long as you can get it where it needs to be.
Yeah. So 6:37 to go in the second quarter here. No score. About halfway through the first half. First and 10 at the 14-yard line for Lexington. Freilich in the back. Freilich in the shotgun. In the backfield is Quint. Three receivers, two to the left, one to the right. Quint finds a hole. Breaks a tackle. Makes another tackle and is brought down to the 30-yard line. So a quick first down for the Minutemen. I think this is the offense that we're used to seeing for Lexington here.
Yeah, Quint would not go down right there. That was a combination of some great blocking by Lexington, and then Quint just take it to his running ability as he got around a couple tackles and just, wow, what an incredible play.
So again, they'll take the shotgun here. Freilich finds a hole, and a big tackle that time by Julian Otavo, I believe.
Got to give a lot of credit there to Kyle Forrester. Lexington executed all of their blocks pretty seamlessly, but Forrester from the inside of the field read the play from the start, made his way over to the sideline to push him out of bounds for a minimal gain. 2nd and 4 here. And a big tackle by number 53, John Semeraro. Makes up for that offsides penalty he got early in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So they gained no yards of the play, 3rd down.
At this point, Burlington is turning into a hype machine as they are certainly getting pumped up. Next thing you have Julian Otavo with a big hit, and then Semeraro brings him down.
Freilich trying to make a move here, breaks a tackle, has some space, throws it downfield. He's got a man wide open, and he makes the catch at the 35-yard line. Huge play for number 12, Spencer Kendall, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Minutemen at the 25.
Phil, we mentioned Spencer Kendall had a height advantage on the 6'1" Alec Rollins. He certainly has a height advantage on the 5'10" Ryan Culhane. And, a lot of props to the quarterback there for reading that one and firing it deep. When you're 5'10", covering a guy who's 6'4", you can't let him get behind you.
Huge offensive play for Lexington here. Bianchi running, pitch over to Potvin, finds a hole down the 10 of the 5, and is brought down to the 6-yard line, and it'll be a 1st and goal for the Minutemen.
Lexington exploiting one of Burlington's weaknesses right here. Like I said, when Burlington doesn't tackle, it doesn't go in their favor. So Lexington certainly taking advantage of missed tackles.
Freilich looking to throw downfield. He's got a man. Touchdown, Minutemen! Huge play from Freilich to Kendall, and it's 6-0 Lexington.
We got some laundry on the field.
We do have a flag on the play.
It was on the near side.
That's going to be a big.
It was thrown very early.
Yeah, it was. Maybe a false start. False start against the Minutemen. Ooh, this is good for the defense for Burlington here, but not so much for the Minutemen as they get robbed of yet another touchdown.
Yeah, that one hurts.
So it'll repeat 1st down, I think. 1st and goal from the 7. Freilich looking to throw downfield. He's got a man, and a big defensive stop by Bonfilio, and a flag is called on the play almost immediately.
And that's easily going to be a pass interference call right there. It seems like Bonfilio just grabbed on to the receiver, and it's an easy call for the referees to make.
Yeah, these big receivers seem like they're starting to get ahead of Burlington defensive backs.
Let's see what they do. Pass interference against Burlington. 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, the 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Huge play Bonfilio not happy about that one.
Burlington not in a great position here. Lexington obviously has the size advantage. This is where they want to be right now. First and goal at the 2.
Freilich. Coach Peterson calling out a play here as they try and take the snap here quickly. 5:06 to go in the second. Freilich rolling to his right. Wide open. Is he in? He is! Touchdown, Minutemen! And it's Sal Freilich doing it with his legs.
Freilich looked like he was looking back to his coach for some last-minute play calls or last-minute audibles of some sort, and whatever it was, he got the right one.
So it is 6-0 Lexington with 5:03 left. I think they're doing a PAT here. And this time the kicker is number 11, Duncan Hewitt, the sophomore. Freilich to hold. Kick is up, and it's good. 7-0 Minutemen. 5:03 left in the second quarter. And a big drive for Lexington that time.
Yeah, the play of that drive was easily the third and long heave downfield to Spencer Kendall. Absolutely beat Ryan Culhane, Burlington, but you can't really blame him. He's about 8 inches shorter than the receiver. Single coverage. Freilich took advantage of that mismatch.
So, again, 5:03 left, 7-0 Lexington. And it will, and just like after all touchdowns, we'll have the kickoff here.
And I'll tell you, I actually talked to Ryan Culhane about his height and the disadvantage, and he said he's a huge basketball player, and he's used to playing around those big guys, and he said that he could try to handle it, but clearly that time he's got beat by the taller man. It was just too big of a mismatch.
Hewitt will kick this one for the Minutemen, and deep in the backfield is number 17, Julian Otavo, and number 20, Zach Sear. And we'll start it up here. The kick
Joe,
will be.
I can imagine Zach Sears had some electric kick returns this year.
Yes, TJ, he's actually taken more than a few times to about the 40-yard line.
Sear.
And once this year, he's actually taken it back for a touchdown return, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that later today. Maybe if it wasn't a squib every time.
That was O'Halloran on the carry, knocked down by a Minuteman. Not too sure who it was, but a big tackle nonetheless, and it's 1st and 10 at the 30.
Yeah, Pat O'Halloran's looking like a tree out there. He was not getting moved whatsoever. About 3 Lexington defenders on his tailcoats, and he was driving down the field.
So yeah, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for Burlington, trailing 7-0 as we speak. 4:55 to go in the first half. Bonfilio in the shotgun formation in the backfield is Sear, or rather Pappas. Bonfilio looking to throw. Got a man almost, and it nearly hits a Lexington cheerleader in the sidelines. So an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
You know what you didn't see? Bonfilio wrote his number on the football. That's why he threw it to the cheerleaders.
You crack me up. 4:49 left in the second.
You know, honestly, though, smart decision by Bonfilio to throw that one away. He was looking for a receiver, but there were just too many Lexington Minutemen in coverage.
There was no one in his coverage rather to throw to. So it is 2nd and 10 at the 27. Here's Bonfilio. Throws it downfield. He's got a man. That's Pat O'Halloran again, and he's nearly got a first down. I think he does get a first down at the 40.
O'Halloran and number 7 right there for Lexington, Anthony Bianchi. Bianchi exchanging some words after that one. O'Halloran he beat double coverage. You got to give him props for that one, Bianchi.
So
And I'll tell you, that's what Burlington needs to do. Their offensive line actually held up for once on that time as they didn't let the pass rush fool them, and O'Halloran nearly got the first down.
Bonfilio rolls to his right. He's doing it with his legs, a first down and then some. So once again, the Devils moving the sticks for the 2nd time in a row.
Billy Pappas is one of the best lead blocker. I think the best lead blocker we've seen in this game. It makes me feel like, if I were going, to a gathering and there was, a girl I was really after, I'd want Billy Pappas as my wingman. I feel like he's playing the wingman today, and he's playing really well.
So 4:24 left. So we have, looks like number 3, Henry Potdevin, was a little stretched something a little too far and is stretched out in the field. So timeout called, and Dan McKay rallying the troops here. Dan McKay, a familiar face at Lexington High and Burlington High, as he is also a history teacher at Burlington High School.
He is. Got a long lineage in Burlington. Started out in Billerica with the Billerica Indians. Always teaching at Burlington. Actually married to a Burlington English teacher as well. And now he's here at Lexington. Coached defensive coordinator for Burlington for a bit. Lowell Catholic last year.
And I'll tell you, I have this guy as my history teacher, and he loves football. He certainly talks about it constantly as he tries to galvanize his troops on the sideline.
So 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line for the Devils. Let's see what the Minutemen can do after their timeout. And so after a short stoppage of play, we'll get back right into it. Here's Bonfilio trying to roll to his right here. He's got too many men in front of him, and he's brought down, and I think that timeout worked.
Yeah, Bonfilio probably should have thrown that away, but I think he maybe didn't know he had as little of the field as he did. But once again, Billy Pappas saving Bonfilio's face. Bonfilio was about to get absolutely demolished by number 71, Zach Stevens, 220 pounds. And Billy Pappas just came in and cut blocked him right there.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a lack of awareness for Bonfilio on that play, as he probably should have just thrown that ball out of bounds, as obviously he couldn't see maybe the area collapsing around him.
And they lost 7 yards on the play, 2nd and 17. Bonfilio has a man, and looks like that's either a complete pass, and it is 3rd down rather, for number 7. That's not George Balian, but it is Gianni Newman. So Gianni Newman making a name for himself early in just about halfway through this game.
You know, a good way to get on the field as a running back, even if you're not the most talented running back, is to show that you can pass block, pass protection. And Billy Pappas, you notice right now, he is on the field as a receiver. That's probably a reward for his exceptional pass blocking this entire game.
3rd and 10, so they're back in the line of scrimmage. This time from the 45. Clock counting down. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Timeout is called by Burlington. So, basically, it's been a tale of two quarters so far. 0-0 tie so far. Lexington throwing it deep early, getting up to a 7-0 lead. But so again, 7-0 Lexington. 3:28 left, and Burlington has a timeout.
I'll tell you, TJ, with the amount of praise you're giving to Pappas, you must be a super fan at this point.
I am. I'm going to get my Pappas jersey after the game. Express shipping.
Great. All right. 3rd and 10. Still 3:28 left.
You know, you got to love the players who, don't get all the glory from these big plays, big runs, but, do the little stuff, keep their nose dirty. And that's exactly what Billy Pappas is doing.
3rd and 10 from the 45. Crucial 3rd down here for the Red Devils. Bonfilio looking to throw downfield. He's got a man wide open, and it's Zach Sear. Sear at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, is brought down to the 12-yard line. Big play for the Burlington offense there, and is brought down by number 22, Clay Stoker, once again for the Minutemen.
Hey, Joe and Phil.
Yeah?
Guess which Burlington blocker gave Zach Sear time to separate from the defender on that cross route?
Number 44.
Bingo.
So Billy Pappas with a big block, and that was probably the biggest biggest block of the game so far. See, I'm mixing my words already. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line, probably the...
Save the eggnog for Christmas, Phil.
Yes. Got a man wide open again. It's Sear to the pylon, and he is in! Touchdown, Devils! Number 20, Zachary Sear!
Man, Zach Sear is what, 5'8"? And he just bulldozed the 6'4" Spencer Kendall. Talk about a head of steam.
Now, I really wish the band was on the sidelines right now. We'd be hearing our first fight song of the day. So 3:13 left, and Burlington could tie it, thanks to this point after touchdown. And nope, looks like they're going for 2. This is the Colts receiver, receiving play rather, and he's stuffed, so the 2-point conversion is no good. So 7-6 the lead for Lexington stays.
Joe, do they run that a lot?
Yeah, they've been running that recently in the past couple games. It usually works to fool them out, but looks like Lexington studied that play and had none of it.
I was going to say, it looks like Lexington saw some film on that one.
Yeah. Looks like we didn't see too many 2-pointers, at least when I was here, when I was in Burlington. So it was a strange formation to see. But again, still a 7-6 lead. You're down by only 1 at this point instead of 7. So that's a pretty good morale booster if you're Burlington right there.
Joe, you mentioned they're not kicking as much recently. Why is that?
Well, Fernando Amin, their kicker has been rather inconsistent throughout the years. He missed a couple extra points and has battled some tough injuries. So we've seen a bit of Bonfilio, as you've seen, doing some kickoffs and punts, but they're mostly going for it on 2-point conversions and 4th downs due to how limited they are in that category.
Yeah, you gotta like that, that mindset Balian's bringing to the team, especially in the McGuire years. We didn't really see 2-point conversion attempts unless it was absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I think the only 2-point conversion, at least we ever saw, was at the non-playoff game against Wakefield in that wild thriller. And unfortunately, that one didn't go through in a 14-13 win for Wakefield. But yeah, looks like 2 points seem to work for them this time. Bonfilio with the kick in the backfield. It looks like it's number 3, Pot Devon again. Pot Devon has a hole and is brought down quickly by number 12, Alec Rollins, for the Red Devils. So 1st and 10 at the 31 for Lexington, with 3:07 left in the half. So timeout called by. Yep, 1st and 10 from the 31.
So Burlington compensating for no deep safety, usually by running a 4-3 as opposed to a 4-4, meaning they have 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers and then 4 defensive backs. You got to keep the speed on the field with this option-based offense.
1st and 10 for the Minutemen. Freilich in the shotgun, no one in the backfield, and he's got a man wide open. It's Marson, and he's brought down quickly by number 27 for Burlington, Bobby Jones. And so it's a 1st down for the Minutemen with 3 minutes to go exactly.
Jack Marson, possibly the smallest player on Lexington on the field there, as he's, I believe, 5'10", 175 is brought down by Burlington. They didn't have trouble that time. That's one of the first advantages for Burlington.
You'd think we're back in our college dorms, the amount of laundry we're seeing on the ground.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Quite the heavy dose of penalties.
Oh, this is getting pretty. I don't want to say physical, but yeah, flags are flying all over the place. It's like it's like an American flag rally almost.
It's a Minuteman Red Devil football game. Things are getting heated, things are getting chippy, and referees making sure the players know what they can and can't do.
Yeah, you'd think this is like a Burlington-Woburn game by the chippiness that we're seeing.
Or you'd think it was a Thanksgiving game.
Exactly. 1st and 11 for the Devils, or for the Minutemen, excuse me. 3 minutes to go in this first half. Lexington up by 1.
Smart decision to not be running press coverage on these big receivers. Good call by defensive coordinator Kevin McDonough.
Freilich takes the snap and is nearly brought down. He's got some room to run, and he throws it downfield. He's got a wide open man and is incomplete. Good job by number 17, Julian Otavo, with that crucial tackle.
I actually, up here we actually saw the back judge, the referee, reaching for his flag. He didn't throw it, but he was close.
And that was some great pressure by number 21, Michael Paveos. He got around the tackle on the left side and just nearly sacked the quarterback, put on some great pressure on Freilich.
So it looks like Freilich will be in the I formation. I'm not too sure. He usually goes for the shotgun 99% of the time.
Yeah, not used to seeing him under center.
Yeah. And that's basically been his go-to snap since his sophomore year last year, his first year on the team, replacing Jeff Costello, who who played QB for Buckingham Brown and Nichols. They won their New England title last week. Fake from to number 8. That's Lane, James Lane, trying to get a tackle through, and is easily brought down by the defense there.
What a play by Hakeem Anajarian right there. A 5'5 defensive back is getting mauled by one of those receivers, and not only does he push his receiver back, he pushes his receiver into the man with the ball. Hakeem Anajarian with some exemplary defense.
Yeah, short but stealthy. 3rd and 7. Freilich in the shotgun. Freilich looking to throw. He's got Lane wide open. Lane at the 40. Midfield. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown, Minuteman. James Lane with his first of the game, and it is 13-6 Lexington. Wide open. He had all the time in the world to run, and he ran like crazy.
Okay, so we got number 8, the receiver, James Lane, right there. He knew he just let Anajarian get away with one. And on this time, just absolutely pushes Anajarian out of the picture, gives him a wide lane to make that play. And, you know, height, really a disadvantage for Burlington. We saw Kyle Forrester. He was probably about a millimeter away from knocking that ball down.
Oh, yeah.
Burlington's height definitely showing us a disadvantage.
And on the kick, we'll see Hewitt once again. The kick is up on its way, and it is no good. So 13-6 in favor of the Minutemen here, as Hewitt's kick was no good. His first missed PAT of the day.
Wide right there. Burlington now has a couple minutes to work with, and the 2-minute warning to work with the clock. They saved most of their timeouts, so I don't think time should be an issue. It's just going to be, you know, like the whole game, an issue of whether or not they can get the offense going.
That missed extra point could really come back to hurt you later on, as Burlington missed their first one, putting them at a disadvantage. Kind of evens the playing field rather-wise. Because that point certainly did not go the way they expected it.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Hewitt's going to take the kick here from their own 40. 2:03 left in the half. 13-6 in favor of the Minutemen here. After a big play, I think it was like a 60-65 yard run from James Lane from South Freilich to give the Minutemen the big lead that they had with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go.
I bet they're going to be kicking it away. If they're smart, they'll be kicking it away from Zach Sear. Zach Sear actually is real deep right now. He wants to return this one.
Yeah, in the backfield is Pappas and Sear. And it's brought up, and it looks like Sear will get it at the 20, 25, 30. Has some room, trying to find a hole, but is brought down to the 30-yard line. So good field possession if you're Lexington here, not so much if you're Burlington.
Yeah, Sear brought that one up, tried to make some cuts, but unfortunately he got tripped up right in the muddiest part of the field. That's what a grass surface will look like on a rainy day, so Zach Sear taking a hit on that one.
And it seems like Sear had that feeling on the play where he wanted to take it back, maybe put the Devils in better field position, as he's certainly known for doing that this year, as he scored one of those so far in the Melrose game this past year.
So 1st and 10 from the 30 for Burlington. 1:55 to go in the first half. 13-6, Minutemen lead in this one. Bonfilio trying to get a play from Coach George Balian Sr. And in the backfield, we'll have Sear and Forrester. Bonfilio takes a snap, fakes, throws it downfield. He's got a man open, and he's got O'Halloran with the catch, and he's going to go to the 20-yard line. Big play for Burlington, and a huge booster with less than 2 minutes to play.
Bonfilio put that pass on a dime. There were 2 Lexington defenders in very close proximity to O'Halloran, and Bonfilio put it exactly where he needed to be. And in typical Burlington fashion, they'll be going Army. That's the name for their no-huddle offense.
And that's the second time in the night that Burlington has tried that same play. The first time O'Halloran dropped the pass, but this time it's completed. And look at the beautiful field position, as this is going to be a huge confidence booster for the Devils.
So 1st and 10 at the Lexington 20-yard line. Bonfilio sweeps to his left. He finds some room, but is brought down by a defender down to the 16-yard line or 17-yard line.
Burlington really getting a lot of help from their pass blockers today. Obviously, we mentioned Pappas and Kyle Forrester in there now leading the way for Bonfilio. Really, it helps the quarterback.
So it's first
more
and
than you
goal.
can see.
So first and goal from the 6 yard, or 2nd and 4 rather, from the 6 yard line. I'm not too sure if that's the 6 or the 16. It is the 16, so the scoreboard is wrong. Thank you. 2nd and 4 from the 16. Bonfilio passes it, Hail Mary type play, and it's incomplete. So good job by Bonfilio to throw that ball away to avoid the sack.
Yeah, they had about 3 Minutemen rushing from the left side of that offense, and they just bum rushed that one side, and Bonfilio needed to get it away quickly.
I think Bonfilio made the right decision in that situation. Sometimes you might want to run to the right side or try to scramble, but avoid the sack, avoid a loss of yards, and just throw the ball out of bounds. It was a good job for Bonfilio.
1:16 left. The clock is stopped, so that will give plenty of time for the Devils to try and put at least one touchdown in. 3rd and 4 from the 16-yard line.
Lexington defense is pressing these Burlington receivers, at least on one of them.
Bonfilio trying to throw it downfield. He's got a man, Sear, and it's an incomplete pass rather. So it's 4th down.
Great defense by Henry Pott, Devin right there. Textbook defense to knock that one out.
So 4th and 4. We'll see if they go for it here. They might or might not. We're not too sure.
Joe, Joe, you mentioned they don't have much of a reliable kicker. Yeah, it looks like they'll take a timeout to see what they're going to run.
This will be interesting.
16-yard plays. What's in Balian's bag?
I'm not sure right now, TJ. Obviously, Burlington doesn't have a reliable kicker from this situation, as most high school teams do not. And Burlington really needs a touchdown over 3 points. As I could see a bit of a pass, maybe a screen to Zachary Sear on the right side, and trying to get some extra yards, as Lexington might be caught off guard by that.
Yeah, you mentioned the screen. We actually saw a few of those at the beginning of the game. Haven't seen much of them until now. They might try to catch Lexington off guard with a screen, but the Minutemen certainly off guard is not what they've been this game. They've actually been the opposite of that. They've done their due diligence in tape. They know what Burlington's coming out with.
Despite giving up a little more than 20 points a game, this Lexington defense has done pretty well so far against this Red Devils team. So one chance to try and get a score in before a potential takeover on downs. 1:10 to go in the first half. 4th down, and they'll go for it here. Bonfilio in the shotgun now. Bonfilio trying to throw it, fakes, throws it downfield. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. 1st down for the Minutemen.
Spencer Kendall playing some stalwart defense right there. Bonfilio's down, getting up gingerly. Doesn't look good though.
Yeah,
holding his right shoulder.
Yeah, it's a little ugly here. So 1:04 left to go. They'll probably just run the clock down within the first few plays.
Bonfilio holding his shoulder, getting up. If the coaches saw that, he should not be playing on defense right now with a minute left in the half. That's an oversight on their part.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Minutemen. 1:04 left in the first half. 13-6, Lexington leads. Quint is in the backfield. And we got Marson running. Freilich has a man. 1st down, and he has some room. 40, 30, eludes a tackle, trying to elude another one, and is brought down to the 20-yard line. Huge 1st down play for Lexington.
Bonfilio was the only thing stopping that receiver and the end zone. These screens really working out for Lexington. Burlington's got to find a remedy quick. Thankfully, halftime is coming up. They can think about that.
53 seconds to go in the first half. Lexington in pretty good field position right now. Freilich with Quint to his right. Freilich eluding a few tackles and is not even going to get a yard in there thanks to the Burlington defense. So 43 seconds to go and a good time to run the clock down if you're Lexington here.
With the tackle by Bonfilio on that last play, I'm surprised he still was able to make that with that injured shoulder there, as that really showed some strength by him to stop Lexington from reaching the end zone.
Yeah, there was a lot of heart in that play, Joe.
43 seconds to go. Second down, excuse me, should be first down, but it is second down. What am I saying? Second down, rather. Bit of a brain fart there. I apologize. Second and 10 from the 18, or second and 2 rather from the 18-yard line. Freilich trying to get some plays from Coach Peterson. He's got Quint in the backfield here. Freilich rolling to his left, trying to pass it downfield. He's got wide open, an incomplete pass by the Minutemen there, as Bonfilio was the only guy to put it away from the hands of a Lexington defender, rather.
You know, I hate to say it, I really advocated for Bonfilio to be taken off the field when he was shaken up after that offensive drive, but that height was the only thing preventing a Lexington touchdown right there. Bonfilio played some very tight defense. Props to that kid.
I bet you had a change of heart there. Third and 8 this time from the 18-yard line. 36 seconds to play. Minutemen, if they don't go 3 and out, can get at least a couple yards in the next few plays.
And I agree with you, TJ, about what you said about Bonfilio, how you might need to take him off the field. Is most injuries in football are also overuse injuries, and you don't want to put Bonfilio in there when he might be shaken up or too hurt, because something else could happen. And he is your main quarterback in a big defensive option.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the risk outweighed the reward. Losing Bonfilio would be just devastating for the Red Devils in this game. But that hasn't happened yet, and he is playing some solid defense. Keep an eye on these Lexington coaches. There are 2 of them flashing signals at the same time to this offense, really keeping the Burlington defense on their toes. I'm surprised they've held it as close as they have with all these signals.
23 seconds left. Third and 8 from the 18-yard line. Man in motion was Bianchi. He was resisted on that play by Coach Peterson. And in the backfield, Ben Quint. Man in motion again is Bianchi. Freilich fakes it, throws it downfield. He's got a man wide open, incomplete, and is dragged by Otavo, number 17. And Freilich is down on the plays. He looks a little hurt.
Kendall really wanted a flag on that one. He didn't get it. It couldn't really tell from here. It looked like very, very tight defense.
Yeah.
You know, all those motions switching up before the play, that was really looked like it was just getting in the head of these Burlington defenders.
4th and 8 for the Minutemen. With this passing game, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it here on 4th down.
4th down for the Minutemen.
18 seconds to go. Man in motion, Bianchi. Freilich looking to throw downfield. He's got a man, Lane, and it's caught for the touchdown, Minutemen. 12 seconds to go, and a big, big play for Lexington to get it up by 2 touchdowns going into the half.
You know, Freilich's been inconsistent with his deep passes throughout this game, but he has been getting better as the game goes on. You say there's no defense for a perfect pass, and that really exemplified that phrase right there. Bonfilio was in his face about as much as he could be, and Freilich just put it over him.
So 19-6 with 11 seconds to go. Minutemen lead.
Hewitt on to attempt the extra point.
And Hewitt will try and get the PAT to make it 20-6. Kick is up, on its way, and well off the mark. So it'll be 19-6, 11 seconds to go, and it looks like Burlington will will probably get a play or 2 in this one for the duration going into this first half.
And I believe that was Alec Rollins, so it looks like he could have got a piece of it, or nearly did, on that extra point block. That's going to be their second miss of the night for Lexington.
So first, it'll be Burlington and Lexington trying to see what they'll do within these next 11 seconds.
Yeah, Rollins sprawled out right over that kick setup, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did get a piece of it. It looked like a pretty low kick.
Yeah. 19-6. in favor of the Minutemen with 11 seconds to go in the first half with this kick here by number 11, Duncan Hewitt.
And at this point, it would be interesting to see if Lexington went for more two-point conversions like Burlington is their second extra point to not go as planned. This could be the story for both sides.
Let's see what they do here. Hewitt will go on for the kick. It's up, it's a squib kick, and it's brought up at the 30-yard line. Here's O'Halloran at the 35, and is easily brought down by a plethora of Lexington defenders trying to still go on his way. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and with 2 seconds left, though, try and get at least one more play in. So Pat O'Halloran with a big place to get a first down. Good field position for Burlington. And at first down, it looks like it'll remain. We'll start the second half, I believe, on second down. I'm not too sure. But 2 seconds left. They can at least get a play in a couple yards. Looks like it's Pappas again in the backfield.
Looks like they will be running one last play. We got 2 seconds. 2 seconds to go.
Bonfilio looking to throw. Eludes a tackle. Throws it downfield for a Hail Mary. And it is scrambled for it, and it's incomplete. End of the first half for the Minutemen. A big Hail Mary play for Burlington, but they just couldn't get it through. And that is the end of the first half. So after 2 quarters of play, it's Lexington 19 and Burlington 6. You're watching LexMedia's coverage of Lexington High School football. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints, and I'm proud to wear pink as part of the NFL's A Crucial Catch campaign to help the American Cancer Society fight back against breast cancer. 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to the American Cancer Society for support. That's why our work together is so important. Because a world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. For more information, call us at 800-227-2345 or visit us online at cancer.org.
And welcome back to Crum Field here on the campus of Lexington High School in Lexington, Massachusetts, as the Lexington Minutemen take on the Burlington Red Devils in the 44th showdown between the Burlington Red Devils and the Lexington Minutemen. I'm Phil Arcaro.
I'm TJ Horgan, joined by
Joe Viscioni.
And the Minutemen up 19-6 over the Burlington Red Devils. Other scores around the league, 15-8. Woburn over Winchester in their annual game. Stoneham up 15-6 over the Reading Rockets. Rockets en route to another Super Bowl. Arlington up 28-0 over Arlington Catholic. Melrose up 7-0 over Wakefield in the Freedom Division. And finally, Watertown and Belmont, 28-13 Red Raiders going into the first half. So, as we start the third quarter, big things for the Minutemen and big things for Burlington if they want to change this game.
Yeah, that's for sure. They got to find a way to stifle some of the Minutemen's offensive momentum. And frankly, the Minutemen have just been reading the Burlington defense. I mean, I think that's probably why the game started out so slow. They were getting adapted, but it seems like they've figured out the defense.
Sear getting the kick. He finds a hole and is brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. So first play of the second half will start 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for Burlington.
Well, throughout the early stages of the first half, it was relatively a close game. Both sides weren't really pushing through, but Lexington finally found like a hole in Burlington's defense and scored twice in about the last 5 minutes of play. So they right now are sitting with a comfortable advantage over the Red Devils.
And decent field position as well. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at their own 28-yard line.
Still only 13 points for a Lexington team that does seem to blow out opponents
Yeah.
quite a lot.
Yeah, the lowest score that they've been held to is about 25 points. So this offense not producing as well as they should have throughout the season. Bonfilio in the I formation. In the backfield is Pappas and Sear. Finds Pappas, finding a hole, and is brought down quickly at about the 33-yard line. So a good 2-yard gain for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Zach Sear really showing his versatility there. He can certainly run outside, as we've seen, but right there he gets stuffed at the line and then just pounds his way through. I mean, yards after contact are one of the most important skills for a running back.
2nd and 6.5 at the 33-yard line. Bonfilio again in the eye. Takes the snap over to Zach Sear, finding a hole. Good defensive pressure by Lexington, and they bring him down to about the 34 or 35-yard line. So only a few yards gained, and this defense has started off pretty well for the Minutemen the second half.
Yeah, Zach Sear with that outside run there. You usually see Zachary Sear doing the outside runs, and then you give it to Billy Pappas or Kyle Forrester for that nice inside handoff. So it was interesting to see Sear get one of his first handoffs up the middle that I've seen in the past few games.
So 9:50 to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 5 at the 34.
When with such a big defensive front and a mismatched size for Lexington, the Red Devils are trying to push the ball outside, and it seems like they're catching them off guard, maybe going a little counterintuitive those first few plays.
Bonfilio taking the snap, fakes, hits it downfield. He's got a man open, and it's Pat O'Howden. He's down at the 30-yard line. Huge catch, about 50 yards for the Red Devils, and a big confidence booster going into the third quarter.
And let me tell you, if you were watching Bonfilio on that play, Zach Stevens was running towards him with a head of steam. He had one thing on his mind, and that was to get Bonfilio on the ground. But who saved the day?
Billy Pappas. Yeah, I think this Pappas kid is doing pretty well. Let's see. Man in motion, that's Sear. Gets the handoff over and is stuffed rather quickly by number 72 for the Minutemen. That is Jeffrey Gray, the senior defensive lineman. All 5'11", 198 of him.
Last few minutes, including the last quarter, Lexington defense has certainly done a better job of stretching their defense out, preventing these long gains from sweeps and tosses out to the side.
8:44 to go. Clock still running down. 2nd and 12 from the 32. Bonfilio in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pappas in the backfield. Forrester in motion. Fakes the handoff. Here's Bonfilio. Bonfilio at the 30. At the 20, and is quickly brought down. A touchdown-saving tackle by Anthony Bianchi as he slides down the grass to about the 25-yard line.
That was Bonfilio with his first offensive play since he went down earlier in the first half, where it looks like he could have been shaken up from that shoulder injury, but got a couple yards on that run. Certainly looks like nothing happened.
3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Big third down for Burlington. Bonfilio with a pass, and it is tipped and incomplete. So number 4, Abhishek Pandey with a big tip, but it goes incomplete right off of his hands.
Yeah, Bonfilio's lucky everyone was running so fast on that one. I think there was just a miscommunication between the routes and the receivers. Bonfilio wanted someone in the flat, but very, very tight defense presented any other.
4th and 5, they're going to go for it here. Pappas in the backfield again. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bonfilio has a ton of time, and he's easily brought down, and a pass incomplete from Pat O'Halloran, who pushes and shoves number 22, Corey Stoker, with that tackle.
And Bonfilio down yet again. Bonfilio talking to the ref. He wants some calls, maybe for roughing the passer. Pat O'Halloran looked like he wanted to call for pass interference, but the refs just letting the guys play.
Yeah, he was not happy about that one. So it's 1st and 10 for the Minutemen at their own 25-yard line. 8:17 to play. Minutemen up 19-6 over the Red Devils in this third quarter.
For both sides, as you guys have said, we've seen a lot of no calls by the referees trying to let this game go on, as both sides are already committing so many penalties. There's another one.
And there it is, another flag call on the play.
In what could be the last
it's against
football
Lexington.
game. In what could be the last football game of Dylan Bonfilio's life, this is certainly a memorable one for him. He's quite literally playing every snap.
So a big stop on the Burlington defense as they call a penalty there, and it's 1st and 15 from the 20. Freilich in the shotgun. Botches the snap, and he gets it away. It's bobbled up in the air, and looks like the Devils have it. Do they have it? They do! Wow, what a turn of events for the Devils as they get the ball on the Lexington 20 after a botched snap by Sal Freilich.
Stephen Blathris.
Stevie B.
All 240 pounds of him. No one's wedging that thing out from under him.
Yeah, we haven't called his name basically all year, or at least last year, but that's probably the biggest play he's had so far in his career so far. So 1st and 10 for Burlington at their own 17-yard line, trying to get some momentum here. Down 13 points.
Burlington really bunching their receivers today, putting them in groups of 3 on either side.
Bonfilio in the shotgun. Pappas in the backfield. Gets the snap away in time. Bonfilio throws it down the end zone and it's incomplete. He almost had Sear, but he was just a few steps shy of the touchdown.
Yeah, he thought Sear was going to turn more towards the outside. Sear decided to run a little bit more of a post. Either way, the defensive back covering Sear towered over him. That wouldn't have been much of a play.
So it's 2nd down from the 17, right back where we started once again. That was a big stop, that last play for Lexington, as that was almost a touchdown.
Can't say enough about Lexington's red zone defense so far. I mean, the amount of times we've seen Burlington inside the 20, Lexington has just played some punishing defense.
Here's Bonfilio rolling to his right. He has some open space, and he's going to run it with his legs. Bonfilio hurdles him in. It is down incomplete at roughly the 15-yard line. So he had a bit of space, but not enough to get it away. So 3rd down.
You can see why Bonfilio's been talking to the ref. Number 3 dove at his legs right after he ran out of bounds. Luckily, Bonfilio hurdled him. If he didn't, would have been a bit of a different story.
Yeah, Pot Devon. We did not see him. I don't think he's played a varsity snap, as he is a senior, and he's done pretty well more on the defense than in the offense. So it seems like he is more of that free safety more than a quarterback, at least than what we've seen. So 3rd down and 8 at the 15-yard line. Only 2 yards gained on the play from Bonfilio's run.
Let's hear it for Zach Stevens.
I think it was Zach Stevens who was on the ground, a bit shaken up in the play. And 3rd and 8. Bonfilio on the shotgun, crucial 3rd down here. They don't want to turn it down to the red zone again. Bonfilio looking to throw downfield. He's got a man open. It's Sear, and it's incomplete. Wow. He almost had the touchdown, but it looks like number 22 once again, Stalker, had him in front of him.
Yeah, Spencer Kendall.
Kendall.
Played some good defense there, but I mean, Bonfilio just overshot Sear. If he had gotten a little more zing, possibly made that a little bit more of a line drive pass, Zach Sear might have had a shot, but when you loft it up, 5'8" Zach Sear has no chance against the 6'4" Spencer Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you mention his height, Zachary Sear, 5'8", just the ball was just thrown a bit over his head. Maybe if it was a bit lower, it could have been a touchdown for Burlington, but unfortunately, they got to go for it on 4th down.
So 4th down for the Red Devils. It seems like both Lexington and Burlington are both going for it on 4th down. This is not what we've seen in past years. Here's Bonfilio again on the blitz. He's got him in open. Touchdown! Kyle Forrester with the carry, and the Devils are right back in it.
Yeah, there was just a break in coverage right there. There was no one near Kyle Forrester. And take a look at that. Zach Sear just did a backflip. I told you he was a gymnast. He just did a standing backflip, and looks like he's going to get flagged for showboating.
Oh, wow.
Actually.
I'm not sure if the touchdown is going to stand.
No, it will.
It will.
Flagging him for taunting.
Yeah. It's probably going to be after the kickoff.
Yeah, Zach, keep the gymnastics
so it is a touchdown. Oh, wow. So Zach Sear went a little overboard that time, but still, great celebration, though. Love it. So 19-12 in favor of the Minutemen. We're not too sure if timeout is called. We're not too sure if they're going to go for 2.
Joe, you called Burlington a hype train before this game. They were getting real excited. You know, I think that touchdown just solidified that label. We saw
Yeah.
Kyle Forrester prance into the end zone untouched, put the ball down and caress it, and Zach Sear, way in the backfield, start doing flips. Hype train, to say the least.
Yes. Whenever I think of hype, I think of former BHS football player Jonathan Orchanian. Anyways, taking the 2 points, and it is no good. A great defense there for Lexington as they deny the 2 points. It's 19-12, so a 7-point game for the Devils with just 7:47 to go in the third.
And that's the second time that Burlington has tried that trick play against Lexington, and Lexington came up and deflected that pass yet again. It seems like they're not being fooled. They probably watched a lot of film on this play, as it looks like they set 7 or 8 linemen to one side.
And this is so non-Lexington. They've I actually have not seen them play, but from what I've read and from what I've seen online, they their offense usually puts on the points pretty early, and they haven't done so far. And I think that's one big thing that this Burlington defense has made. And again, 19 points. This is the most that Lexington has been down by all year. So if they can if Burlington can come back and restrict Lexington to these 19 points, then that's going to show a big statement for Burlington and this team. Bonfiglio will kick it again from the 25, excuse me. So it was 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct, so that's why the ball is placed at that position. In the backfield, we'll see Bianchi, and it's brought up by the Minutemen. You have Jack Marson, and he's going to go down. Kyle Forrester saying, "No way, Jose," on that play.
Yeah, Jack Marson really got ahead of steam. I mean, you could tell he got that ball, received that ball cleanly at a great spot, as you mentioned, because of the penalty. And luckily for Burlington, Kyle Forrester was there to make the tackle.
Yeah, but for Lexington, this is decent. This is decent field position for them because they're in Burlington territory, and you never know what this Burlington defense does. And I think with we've seen a complete 180 in terms of defense here for Burlington throughout the year. So let's see what they do here on first down. Quint trying to find a hole. Big tackle as Kyle Forrester.
Mike Pavo read that one all the way, and Kyle Forrester finished off the tackle, but Pavo really plugged the hole. Great job by the little defensive back.
Yeah, huge play for these defenses here, as this is probably the. And anyways, here is Bianchi trying to find a hole. Is quickly brought down, but a first down nonetheless. As Rollins brings him down once again.
You know, when you got big receivers like Lexington does, one option is to air it out, try to beat the smaller defensive backs, and we've seen that a bit. But another option is to throw screens and use the big receivers to just overpower the smaller defensive backs to set blocks, and they've also been utilizing that strategy very well today.
5 receivers, excuse me, 3 to the left, or to the right, 2 to the left. Went in man in motion. Freilich's going to go with his legs. Untouched. Touchdown! Sal Freilich. What a beast. Running it 34 yards to the pylons. And it is 25-12 Lexington. Huge play for number 9 as they go for the PAT to make it a 14-point game.
Real, just pure acceleration. Like he burst through that hole. No one was touching him.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a complete 180 from what we saw last year. It's like he was only restricted to a few yards down, and now he's going for 2 here. Freilich trying to roll to his right here, trying to get the 2 points in, and it is tipped and is caught for the 2-point conversion, but it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good. 25-12, still in favor of the Minutemen.
And that's 3 straight PATs for Lexington that has not gone their way, as this is certainly making a gap in the score, as they went for a 2-point conversion on that one. It was just tipped by the Burlington defense.
So 6:41 to play in this third quarter. Still 25-12 in favor of the Minutemen, as they're looking for their first win since 2014, when they played in the Snow Bowl, as most of us remember it 2 years ago. And on the kick, once again, we will see Duncan Hewitt.
After that defensive possession for the Red Devils, you have to wonder if they're going to try some zone coverage, because in man they've been beat multiple times, and it might be time to switch up the game plan, as Coach George Balian is known to do. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do in the next defensive possession.
So, what? I'm sorry, Hewitt at the 40, boots it away, and it goes to Sear at roughly the 5-yard line. Sear at the 10, 15, 20, 25, the 30-yard line. You're trying to find a hole, and it's brought down to the 35-yard line. So Zach Sear with a burst of speed, and now we'll see a flag going down as we see some extracurriculars going on here.
A lot of chippiness on that play. A lot of chippiness.
Yeah, at least last year we weren't really used to seeing that chippiness, or at least we haven't seen it in recent years.
Yeah, you're right about that, Phil. Normally Burlington has been a pretty disciplined, collected team in terms of that chippiness, but this is a new flair they have to it.
Yeah. So 15 yards back. So first down Burlington. Wow. First and 10 at the 40-yard line if we're not going to get the...
And you have to say this is a bit of a continuation of what happened in the first half. Burlington was getting a bit overexcited, and as we called them, the hype train, and it kind of carried over now as they got a bit cocky, and it seems like Lexington had none of that here, trying to make sure they sent a direct message.
Yeah, so it's first and 10 at midfield now, as Lexington does get an unsportsmanlike. 2 unsportsmanlike so far. This is pretty unusual from at least what I've seen from Burlington football in the past 3 years, but this is huge for Burlington here. Good field position in this at midfield. Bonfilio gets this here, a pitch over to Forrester. Forrester rolling to his left. He's got some room, and he is brought halfway down towards the first down marker at roughly the 46-yard line, so I think that pitch worked at least a little bit.
You know, that's a testament to Kyle Forrester's speed and just strength right there. He was met by Anthony Bianchi. Both of them were going full speed, and Bianchi laid him with a perfect form tackle, but Forrester just didn't move. Just a brick. Stood there and ended up getting a few yards.
6:02 to go. Clock still running down in the third quarter. Bonfilio in the shotgun with Pappas in the backfield. Man in motion is Sear. He fakes the handoff, and now here comes Bonfilio running through a few defenders, and he almost gets a first down, so it's third down at about 1.5. Third and 1 at the 43-yard line. Devils trailing 25-12 with 5:36 to go in the third quarter. And counting down here. Man in motion is Forrester. Fakes the handoff. Bonfilio dives in for the first down. And does he get it? We're probably going to have to move the sticks out once again. Is it a first down? I think we will get the sticks out again. And if it is, this will be big. And so a timeout called by the officials here. It's judging. From the press box, we can't really see it at an angle that the refs can. So from our vantage point, it looks like it is a first down, but just by a short hair.
Well, regardless of the situation, Phil, Burlington, this would, if they did not make it, would bring up a fourth down. So I'm pretty sure they'll go for it no matter what it is.
Fourth down, you might get a QB sneak in and probably get the first down anyway.
Doesn't look like they have it.
Do they not? They don't. So it's fourth down. Probably just a yard or two short.
So this breaks out, Bailey and can't like the situation right here for
Yeah.
the short yardage because it breaks out a whole book of plays they can run. If you go in the middle, you risk just being overpowered by
Yeah,
Lexington's
exactly.
gigantic defensive line. If you go to the outside with, say, a pitch to Sear or even Forrester, you know, chances are that would work a little better, but Lexington's probably anticipating something like that, and they know your playbook by now.
Exactly. They have seen the film, or they might have seen the film. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know anyone on Lexington's team, but
Forrester and Pappas in the backfield right now. You can imagine they're going to be handing it off of some sort.
so 4th down. Here we go. 5:02 to play and counting down of the 3rd quarter. Bonfilio gets a 1st down for Forrester, and he gets it.
Man,
Big play.
yeah, the Burlington offensive line has really held up when they needed to today. In plays like that, it's all about just the offensive line not screwing anything up at the second the ball snaps, and they certainly didn't, and Billy Pappas came through with a punishing lead block, and Kyle Forrester jammed in for an easy 1st down.
Yeah, wide open space for Kyle Forrester. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 4:40 to go, counting down. Forrester trying to get somewhere, and he doesn't. He'll get knocked down to the line of scrimmage.
Last time it worked so good, they'd figure they'd try it again.
Exactly. So again, 1st and 10. The clock is still running. You've only seen the clock stop only a couple times in this 3rd quarter so far. Again, the Devils down 25-12 in this one. Lexington starting the scoring off in the 2nd quarter. They got, I think, all the touchdowns they needed, or rather all but one, and Freilich got one in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bonfilio, rolling to his right, misses a man, gets a trying to get it to Gianni Newman, but is just falling to the ground. So that's an incomplete pass and a 3rd down and 9.
Phil, we're actually going on Facebook Live right now.
Hello.
We're going to be live in 3, 2, 1. Here we are, live from Harold Crum Stadium yet again. And we will see a 3rd and long. Burlington Red Devils have seen a lot of 3rd and longs today, and so far the Minuteman defense has really panned out.
Oh yeah, definitely. This defense is probably one of the best that we've seen so far this year. And here's Bonfilio. Takes the snap, waits, eludes pressure down the field, and is brought down the line of scrimmage again, so it's a 4th down, and we might have a punting situation here.
For the most part, today, the Burlington offensive line has kept this big Lexington defensive line at bay, but that time it just did not work out for them. Billy Pappas couldn't get that block in the backfield, and there were about 3 Lexington defenders right on Bonfilio.
Yeah,
It's very interesting to see because Lexington, they did not have Zach Stevens in, who has not been in for the past couple snaps through that injury that we saw earlier, yet they were still able to get to the quarterback and sack Bonfilio.
3:16 to go, still counting down to the 3rd quarter. As they'll go for the kick on 4th down. This is just the first time this half, and we'll get a quick timeout.
Lexington came out in, it looked like Burlington called that one.
Yeah. So timeout Burlington.
Lexington came out in the pistol. That's the first time we've seen them this game in the pistol formation with Kendall in the back, Spencer Kendall there in the backfield. Burlington definitely figuring out how to navigate that.
Yeah. And get some time off the clock as well, since basically every other Burlington possession the clock has been running down.
So right now, we'll set the scene for our Facebook Live viewers and you at home as well. 25-12, Lexington is up on Burlington right now. They are averaging about 30 points a game, you said, Phil, right?
Yeah, about 30 points a game, and a 64-42 win over Lowell last week for the Minutemen. So their offense has been extremely talented so far. Probably one of the best in the state.
And the kick rolled out of bounds at approximately the 9-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Minutemen at about the 9-yard line. And not great field position if you're Lexington here.
No, Burlington actually has had a lot of success punting, mainly because Dylan Bonfilio is quite literally playing every snap of this game.
Yeah.
Kickoffs, kick return, punt return, defense, offense. He's having quite a memorable last game.
He's been extremely versatile this game. Freilich in the shotgun at about the 5-yard line. Freilich gets it over to number 7. That's Bianchi trying to deke a man through and is brought down by the defensive line, number 15, Kyle Forrester, and number 53, John Semeraro.
And Dylan Bonfilio, not only has he led this offense today, obviously, at quarterback, but he's been a real key player on the defense. With these Lexington really tall receivers for Lexington, Dylan Bonfilio has been invaluable matching up against them.
Freilich over to Quint now. Quint splits a man through, and he's got some room. He takes another tackle, and oh my goodness, what a run by Ben Quint.
Yeah.
As he dekes and dekes and dekes some more to finally get the first down for the Minutemen.
Yeah, that was some shifty moves right there by the Lexington running back, and I think he broke someone on his own team's ankles. We got number 28 coming off, limping a little bit, but either way, Lexington will get a first down. Man, that was pretty.
That was pretty. It's like ice hockey all over again.
Yeah, Quint looks like a basketball player on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Breaking ankles everywhere. Freilich in the shotgun again. In motion is number 16, Pedro Silva. That's the first time we've called his name all game. Freilich takes the snap, finds a hole. He is going to run down the sidelines out to the 40-yard line as he's pushed aside by number 15, Kyle Forrester.
Phil, these Burlington receivers are just, defensive backs are just getting manhandled by these enormous Lexington receivers on the side. You see these Lexington receivers just demolishing them in their blocks.
Yeah, and a lot of upperclassmen on this defensive line. So, and huge offensive receivers as well. As Freilich will take the snap, Bianchi man in motion. Freilich rolling to his right. He's got a man wide open. It's Lane. Lane almost made the catch, but a flag is called. It's pass interference, I believe.
Man, that one hurts. Questionable pass interference right there. Facebook Live, what do you guys think of that one? You saw that one pan out. Frankly, Alec Rollins has been playing a very good game, and that one wasn't even in the reach of number 8 right there, unless his progress got stopped due to Rollins' obstruction. I think that's a...
And Rollins was pretty upset after that flag, too.
Yeah, that's a questionable call. These refs have been inconsistent with their pass interference calls at best.
Yes.
Yeah, a bit of a tug by Rollins. He did that last game where he committed a big foul and it caused them a lot of yards. At least they didn't catch the ball, but unfortunately they get hit with a big penalty.
1:54 to play. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. At the Burlington 49 line, excuse me.
More men out wide for Lexington.
Silva in the backfield with Freilich. Silva takes the handoff down the midfield, splits a man through and is brought down roughly at the line of scrimmage out of the 50-yard line.
That's what Lexington's been doing this whole game. They'll show one thing, which is putting 4 or 5 receivers out wide.
Yeah.
And then they'll do another thing and just throw someone up the middle, as you saw Spencer Kendall going right there. And, I mean, it's been working out, especially when you got guys on the Burlington defensive line missing tackles.
Yeah, 3 yards gain on that play for the Minutemen, so it's 2nd and center at the 46. Freilich takes the snap, and it looks like a false start against the much of the Lexington offense here, as it looked like to me that the offense was maybe a femtosecond short of the snap from the center. And it looks like it's offsides against Burlington.
Yeah, I believe that was on 53, John Seminaro there on the offside. Yes. His first of the game.
It would be his 3rd of the game, actually. Having a bit of an issue with the penalties for Burlington on the defensive line so far.
Yeah, the defensive line doesn't really seem all that disciplined, as they are taking penalties that they should not be taking.
You know, their run defense has not been bad, but I mean, just they can't penetrate this Lexington offensive line. They are big.
Fakes the snap, and it's incomplete to Bianchi, as he almost had it. Freilich faked the handoff from Silva and over to Bianchi, but it was just off the tip of his hands and incomplete. 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that's a drop. I think Bianchi saw Alec Rollins in the background waiting for him.
Yeah, you don't want to wait. You don't want to face number 12 on the defensive side. That's for sure.
Shout out James Hoffman. Big 3rd down right here.
Here's Freilich running, trying to split through the defense, but was tripped up by Billy Pappas, as he only gets a few yards and looks like he'll get short of a first down.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Billy Pappas knows how to tackle.
Yeah.
There's something about that Pappas bloodline. You got Chris, you got Billy. There's no other younger siblings, but if there were, I'd say start them right now. Burlington needs some tackling help.
41 seconds to go in the third quarter. Strelick takes the snap over to Lane. Lane is mobbed and it's incomplete. It is a fumble. Forrester picks it up at the 20-yard line, and a big play for the Devils right there, and as it's called, an incomplete pass, and will be a first down nonetheless for the Minutemen.
All right, Devils are still down 13 here in Harold Crum Stadium, 25-12. Lexington is leading, 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and Burlington would love a lead, Burlington would love to cut down the lead going into the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, definitely. If they want to run 7 yards in 30 seconds, might as well. Passing game has done a great job so far this game, and how's about another one from Bonfilio to Sear?
One thing that the Devils have been good so far doing in this second half is limiting Freelick's rushing abilities on the scrambles. He hasn't seen too much of that. They have not done a great job limiting the running abilities you've seen of Quint and other nameless halfbacks in this game so far. I'm interested to see how this defense can hold up.
1st and 10 from the 25 for Burlington, as Forrester got the fumble. Here's Bonfilio trying to run it up through a few defenders, and he fakes the tackle, and it's now brought down to the 35-yard line. Good eluding, good job by Bonfilio trying to elude the scrum in the scrum about halfway through the line of scrimmage, and he gets nearly a first down on that play.
Man, Bonfilio's playing with the effort almost like it's his last game ever.
Exactly. And it might be, it might not be. We still don't know. But
for
2
context,
seconds to go.
Bonfilio is a senior captain on the team. He started since his sophomore year.
And that is the end of the third quarter, as the Devils in okay field position. Second down and 1 from the 34. That's where we will start in the fourth quarter for Burlington, as we start the fourth and final quarter of the 2016-2017 regular season.
Apologize to our Facebook Live viewers. I need the stabilization feature because I did not bring gloves, so I am shaking. I am shaking out here.
Oh yeah,
Phil.
definitely.
All across America, the NFL and United Way are inspiring kids to get healthy and more active. Join us. Find ways to help kids in your neighborhood at liveunited.org/healthykids.
All right, fourth quarter starts now. Fourth quarter will start in just a few moments.
The field, for the most part, natural grass surface, the field for the most part has been holding up. Wouldn't you say, Phil? We got a few rough spots, but
yeah,
the hail stopped after about the first quarter.
It did, and that was a big reason that it was 0-0 going at the end of the first quarter.
Right.
So, again,
I think the poor weather conditions actually may have helped Burlington. Lexington came out anticipating run heavy, and Burlington just bombed it deep. You saw a few big passes to O'Halloran early on in the game.
Yeah. And Pat O'Halloran, in his first year back in the football program since freshman year, he's done a great job.
He took a 2-year hiatus.
He did.
Wow.
So
hockey player too.
Yes, hockey player, great hockey player as well. He's a captain on the team, I think. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm not sure if it is. So for 2nd and 1 as we start the final quarter of action. Bonfilio looks to throw. He's got Sear down the right side and is brought down at roughly the line of scrimmage. We're not too sure. If that is a first down or not, but it is indeed a first down. So
Phil, this Lexington defense is lucky. Dylan Bonfilio threw that one behind Zach Sear.
Yeah.
Zach Sear had room, and the last thing you want to give that man is room. We've seen him take off a few times today.
He's turned on the jets. As Bonfilio and company trying to get their lead and maybe their last win on Thanksgiving. Bonfilio runs a few yards and is tackled by the offensive line. It looks like number 78, Tenzin Farashir, I believe that's his name, 6'2", 291, and a big tackle from him. Again, I do apologize to our Lexington viewers if I mispronounced your last names. There is no pronunciation guide, unlike in college hockey.
We still got, I bet you get some names in college hockey, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Out in Oswego?
Geneseo, SUNY Geneseo. Sateri Uthanasopoulos, that's the name. And here's Sear running through a hole.
There he
Sear at the
goes.
40, and there's a tackle, and is brought down at the 25-yard line. Huge gain for number 20.
Phil, what did we just say about not letting Zach Sear get room?
Exactly. That's the textbook definition of how not to defend Zach Sear.
He had about a classroom tile size worth of space there, and he turned it into 30 yards.
Exactly. So it is 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. 9:54 to go in this fourth quarter. The scoreboard says third quarter, but it is nowhere near the third quarter anymore. So we will have a bit of a break here.
9:54 to go in the fourth quarter. 25-12. Burlington is up. For our Facebook Live viewers, we are broadcasting this for LexMedia and Burlington Cable Access Television as well. Make sure you tune in.
Yes, and hopefully LexMedia will bring this in the next couple weeks, so the viewers in Burlington will get to see it. And here's Bonfilio with the snap. Bonfilio trying to get through a man, and he's trying to get a sack away, and now here comes Bonfilio again, and he is brought down. What a wild and crazy play in the Steve with the SNL reference right there.
Looked like Anthony Bianchi just busted through about 2 offensive linemen and the running back in pass protection, stopped Bonfilio, and he turned a negative yardage play into what, a 1-yard gain?
Maybe a 1 or 2 yards, yeah. So 2nd and 10. It looks like no yards were gained on that play. So we'll go second down from the line of scrimmage. Bonfilio takes the snap, has time in the pocket, throws it in desperation, and it is incomplete. There was a plethora of Lexington defenders right in front of him, but he had nothing else to do but throw that one away.
You know, what I'm wondering, Joe, maybe you can help me with this. Where did the options go with Bonfilio? We've seen a lot of designed quarterback runs at the beginning of the game. Do they not have as big of a lead? Do they have not a lot of cushion to play with for that? What's the deal?
It seems like Bonfilio's chances are just being taken away when his offensive line continues to collapse over and over. His time in the pocket goes, and he has to scramble to the right side, time in, and just throw it out of bounds, as we've seen.
Bonfilio over to O'Halloran. O'Halloran has some room down to the 10 and is brought down to roughly the 13-yard line. First down nonetheless for the Red Devils.
Pat O'Halloran has been another key player today on that offense. Definitely the #1 receiver so far in terms of receptions and yards. He's caught a few deep passes, but I mean, all that praise goes to Bonfilio and the running backs in pass protection as well.
So 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, and big play by Pat O'Halloran to get the Devils into this position. Pappas in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Here goes Bonfilio. Bonfilio rolling to his right, trying to scramble for someone, and he goes down to the first down, and he's got a man open. Is it a touchdown? And it is. Touchdown Devils. With 8:39 left.
Joe, I just asked where those design quarterback runs went, and I think he heard me.
Yeah, Bonfilio turned on the jets there, got the blocking from the O-line, and just took it into the end zone. What a play designed from the head coaching staff. And when it comes to Bonfilio, his athleticism just pushed him in for the touchdown.
You know, being over here in the booth, we can't see too much of that side, but it looked like Bonfilio was stuffed and just got real skinny and made things work over on that the far sideline.
25-18. Lexington still leads by a touchdown, and we'll take a short. They'll take a short breather to see what they'll do on this one. And it looks like they are going for 2 here.
Yeah, Burlington has not kicked the ball, as you mentioned, Joe, having some troubles with the kicker lately. Yeah, take a note of this.
And there's a flag in the play here. It's a false start, I think. False start against Burlington, so that's going to be a few yards downfield.
Yeah, Bonfilio was lined up out wide there.
Not so great if you're Burlington right now, is you take a cheap penalty, and that'll cost you.
Yeah, you know, Zach Sear has been doing it all today. He lined up at quarterback there. He was getting the signals from Coach Balian. And, I mean, the athleticism combined with the football intellect, Zach Sear has a big year ahead of him next year. He'll come out at quarterback again.
Yeah, so Sear will take the snap here. Man in motion is Forrester. Sear takes the snap. Throws it downfield. He's got a man open and incomplete. Oh, my goodness. Bonfilio almost had it, but it went through his hands and fell incomplete. So 8:34 to go in the fourth quarter. 25-18, and the Devils now trail. So they trail by 1 touchdown. And, hey, if they keep up this momentum, they might win this thing.
You know, I don't know.
Not to jinx it or anything.
I think they had that goal line fade plan from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Zach took the snap, gave like half a look to maybe a receiver on the far sideline and just aired it out to Bonfilio. But that size differential, man, the Lexington defensive backs are just overpowering these Burlington receivers.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see a kick here. Well, obviously. 8:34 to go. 25-18, the Devils trail by 7 over the Lexington Minutemen here in the 44th meeting between these two teams. And today it is the 21st meeting here at Crum Field in Lexington.
So, Phil, you said Lexington 8-1 this year. Just to remind our viewers, 8-1,
Yeah.
averaging over 30 points a game. Right now, Burlington is holding them to 25. We still have 8.5 minutes to go.
That is the second smallest lead that they've had all year.
Wow.
I think the least the points they have been held up to is 20, and that was in a win early in the regular season. So Bonfilio gets the kick up, and it's over to Bianchi at the 20.
You know, this is
25-30, brought down at the 30-yard line. So you were saying, TJ?
Phil, it's a 7-point game. And it's been a 7-point game almost the whole game, but not the 7-point intervals you'd expect. Right now it's 25-18. We've seen 19-12. I guess that's what happens when you have a consistent basis of missing extra points on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, exactly. I think, well, let's see. Lexington has the ball
If only
here.
they had the special teams bred by Ithaca football head coach Mike Welch.
Oh, yeah. It was his last year, though, so hey, maybe he can migrate up to Burlington and see. Anyways, here's a handoff all the way midfield. He's got some room, and he's going to go all the way. Ben Quint, touchdown, Minutemen! What a play!
Wow.
Ben Quint untouched for 60-plus yards. 2 of the pylons, 31-18. Minutemen lead with 18 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, that was, you know, we've seen that all game on the outsides. Burlington defensive backs just getting overpowered by Lexington receivers who are big, tall, and strong. And, I mean, one block sets the edge, and there you go. You got guys taking off.
Exactly.
Well, that's the second or third time of the night that Lexington has gotten a huge play and for a touchdown on the first play of the drive, and that time Quint just took it somewhere around 60, 70 yards.
Kick is up and barely through the uprights as the Minutemen get a 32-18 lead thanks to Ben Quint's 60-yard carry for a TD.
Yeah. Yeah, on special teams we haven't seen much of that pan out lately, but they did get that kick. Pretty low one.
Yeah.
You know, whatever does it.
And it looks like Burlington is in desperation right now as they're pretty upset that they led a wide open hole to easily Lexington's best running back.
We're getting some angry faces. So I think we got some Burlington fans watching.
Exactly.
Either that or they're just getting tired of my face.
Yes.
That happens too.
Well, you can see my lovely face, so there you go. Anyways, 8:18 left. First and 10 at the 31-yard. We're going to kick it off.
Zach Sear is back deep to receive for Burlington. He has been crucial
to
this team so far today. We've seen you've seen a few guys. We'll go over our stars of the game at the end of the game, but you can bet your bottom dollar Zach Sear will be in there.
Yeah. And Hakeem and Ajarian, short but stealthy, also on the left side or on the right side of the backfield. Taking the kick up is Sear, and it's brought up at the 10-yard line. He's got a hole, 20, and it's easily brought down at the 30-yard line. A good play by number 63 for the Minutemen, Ian Gaudreau for Lexington.
Zach Sear reminds me of a young Jordan Shem. He's a defensive back and kick returner out in the South Hill of Ithaca, New York, who was just named the Empire 8 Special Teams Player of the Year for his returning kicks and punts.
Isn't this Ithaca's last year in the Empire 8?
This is. We're going to the Liberty League.
Wow.
Moving our way up in the world.
Awesome. All right, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Red Devils. Bonfilio in the shotgun, and I think it's Sear in the backfield. Bonfilio fakes the hold, and now he's going to get stuffed by a plethora of Minutemen defenders down at the 35-yard line.
Yep, Bonfilio waited for his blocks to pan out that time, and unfortunately for him, it looked like the only one that did was the lead block from Billy Pappas. So he got a few yards, but
he gained 4 yards of the play. So 2nd and 6. 7:46 left. Clock still counting down in the 4th quarter. Bonfilio takes the snap. Looks. Throws it downfield. He's got a man open. And it is number 1 for the Devils. And it's brought it complete. And a fumble in the play. Who has it? And it is Lexington. Ball at the 30-yard line. Wow.
Very, very crucial play right there, Phil. That one could have been ruled incomplete. We'll see. The refs are going to conference right now. Number 1 actually not even on the roster. That was the first time he was targeted for this entire game.
Yeah, and unfortunately the pass was, for Burlington, unfortunately the pass was dropped. But good job by Lexington to recover that one, getting the extra effort and putting in the fumble. And they are approximately 30 yards closer to the pylons once again.
Yeah, it looks like number 1's made his way over to the doghouse by now. That one, you got to hold on to that one in such a crucial situation.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for Lexington.
That play
Good.
just played with Burlington's emotions right there. You think you're going to get a nice 30 or 40-yard catch by number 1 who's not on the roster, and then fumbles the ball, and Lexington takes over at this field position. If you're Burlington, you are just out of words.
And if you're Lexington, your morale just went up big time. Quint with the handoff, or rather it's Freilich with the fake. Freilich goes down at roughly the 34-yard line, so 2nd and 6 for the Minutemen.
Burlington defenders being a little inconsistent with when they want to wrap up. Right there, if Freilich slipped that tackle by 53, he would have been off to the races. But luckily, Burlington decided they'd throw some Gorilla Glue on their gloves.
Yeah, it's Semiraro again with the touchdown-saving tackle for the Red Devils.
Shout out to James Mackey, actually, and all of our brave men and women serving in the armed forces who can't be home for Thanksgiving today. Thank you so much for your service. We are blessed to have you guys fighting for us.
Thank you, guys. As still waiting for the snap here from the center. And Freilich gets it off. Freilich, pitch over to Quint on the left side. Quint has a lot of room going downfield, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going on the way. Touchdown, Minutemen. Number 28, Ben Quint. Touchdown number 2 of the quarter. This is just a rot.
Phil, what was that Young Thug lyric? Touchdown run longer than a NASCAR race, something like that. Don't worry about it. Anyway, he really took it to the house that time again.
Wow.
With the big wide receivers setting the blocks on the Burlington defensive backs. It is just killer for them, 38-18 right now.
And Lexington going back to the offense that we saw earlier in the year, again averaging 30 points a game, and they are well averaging 30 points a game right now as they are 38-18, 39-18, pending this extra point. And the kick is up on its way, and it is good. 39-18, the Devils now trail over the Minutemen. Huge, huge play for number 28, Ben Quint, for the Minutemen to seal the lead here as they're now up by 21 points.
This is a real disappointing spot for Burlington. They have, I mean, Lexington has performed the best when Burlington's offense has been predictable. So say 4th and short situations when you know a run's coming. Lexington's defense is very good at adapting to these predictable situations. And Burlington down by 21 right now with 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Predictable is a word that comes to mind when thinking about their offense.
So, looks like Hewitt will kick it off again for the Minutemen at their own 40. 6:23 to play in the 4th quarter. Still 39-18 in favor of Lexington. Lexington trying to take revenge on last year's loss, 39-8. I think it was 39-18 last year. And they're well underway for 39 points tonight.
Joe, you've been covering this team the whole year while Phil and I were away goofing off at college. Has Burlington had any touchdown returns?
Yeah, well, we had a fantastic touchdown return from Zachary Sear in the Melrose game where he broke free and got a touchdown for the Red Devils. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that again as he was still on his feet.
And speaking of returns, Zach Sear had a little room to run, was brought down by a few Lexington defenders at the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for them, 6:15 left. And
the
all you
term-
got to do is pray for pride at this point.
When you hear the term yards after contact, Zach Sear is really a poster child.
Yeah.
It looked like, I mean, not a big kid by any stretch of the word, 5'8", $180, and he's just making defenders miss.
So 6:15 left. 39-18, Lexington, 1st and 10 from their own 18, or rather, the Burlington 18-yard line.
And as you said, TJ, Zachary Sear, a very small man making a difference. Sounds just like Billy Pappas, two guys that are really coming through in this game, and definitely you're fans of them.
Yeah, if you're playing Thanksgiving Day broadcast bingo, you can just about fill it up with the amount of times we mentioned Billy Pappas' pass blocking today.
And here we go. 1st and 10 for the Minutemen. Or rather, it's Zach Sear running through that hole, and he's going to go all the way. Oh my goodness! Zachary Sear trying to get through some defenders, and he almost goes down, and he does go down at the 22-yard line. So
He does
wow,
not go down.
he doesn't go down. You said yards after contact. I think that was like 5 yards after contact, as the Devils.
He was wrapped up at the
He
line
was.
of scrimmage field. He had a man wrapping him up and somehow evaded it, made his way down to the 25-yard
Speaking of poster children, I think Zach Sear is the poster child for Burlington running backs right now.
Sounds about right, Phil. And he's certainly getting a lot of blocking from Kyle Forrester and Billy Pappas leading the way for him.
Despite this, time is not on their side as they are down 21. Here's Forrester. And is easily brought down near the line of scrimmage by Bianchi for the Minutemen.
And on that pass run by Zachary Sear, I saw former running back Shanae Gurrier standing up and clapping as he was certainly happy for that play by Sears, trying to get this team pumped up.
Yeah, Zach Sear continuing his college career at Plymouth State University up in New Hampshire. Plymouth State had a great season this year.
5:38 to go, though. Time is ticking. Not on their side. Down 21. Burlington needs something quick.
Here's Bonfilio looking to throw downfield. He's got a man open. Is it complete? It is incomplete. And yeah, looks like it hit the ground before it hit his hands.
That's that number 1 again. Not on the roster, but Bonfilio just slung it to him. He needs to catch that.
Yeah. Two crucial plays for him, and he's dropped both of them. Again, down 21 with 5:33 left. Time is not on your side.
Certainly
So the passing game needs to step up if you're Burlington here.
Yeah, I bet we're going to see a lot of throws. Keep in mind, take a look at Zach Sear coming out of the backfield.
And he falls down. He slips, trips, and falls. And I don't think he gained any yards in that play.
Flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
So roughing the passer against Lexington, so they'll have a few easy yards.
Yeah, Burlington quarterback Bonfilio finally getting the call he's been asking the refs for the whole game. It's almost been a Brady-esque plea of, please protect me, throw a flag.
Yeah,
Finally he gets
but
the
in this case, we're not dealing with deflated footballs or tuck rules or anything like that.
It is pretty cold out. Did you check the PSI, Phil?
Third down and 8 from the 20-yard line. 5:27 to go. Burlington still down 21. Minutemen leading 39-18 in here at Crump Field this Thanksgiving Day.
Hey, Phil, I've been looking at the field, and that decal is sick.
It is.
That is touched up. That is prime.
It is relatively new. It is the debut of the new Lexington logo. Although I think the old logo was better, in my opinion.
Oh, you're an old logo guy?
I am.
You like the old logo?
Yes.
Straight from the go.
Anyways, Monfilio ahead for Sear, finds a hole and is wrapped up by quite a few defenders at the 10-yard line. So first and goal, or it wasn't first and goal, but nonetheless they get a couple yards on the carry, and it'll be second and goal.
Yeah, it's a long goal. What are they at, the 15 right now? They got sacked.
Ooh.
That'll do it.
4:43 left. Time is still counting down.
If you're scoring at home, Zach Sear does indeed have the most fantasy points from this Burlington Red Devil
For
offense.
the Middlesex League fantasy team.
If you play in one of those individual defensive leagues, maybe you'd start Dylan Bonfilio, as he's playing on both sides of the ball today.
Here's Bonfilio, speaking of him. Bonfilio has all the time in the pocket, and he's going to run all the way down the field. 10-5. He is in for the touchdown, I think. And no, he's down to the 1-yard line. So they stop him just short.
So Burlington now here at the 1-yard line, 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Burlington just taking too long. Their drives cannot be this long if they want to battle back from a 21-point deficit.
Yeah.
39-18.
So 4:10 left in the game. And wow. They'll probably just start the play all over again as the Lexington bench is hyped up. James Lane is definitely hyped up as well. Or rather, that was Timothy Fleming, who was probably the most hype up out of that line here. So 1st and 10. Wow, from the 20-yard line. Probably.
Phil, give us a rundown on what just happened there.
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I think they drew a penalty, and so we're going to see a 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We see some smiling faces over on the Lexington sideline.
Or no, Lexington has the ball right here.
Lexington ball now.
If they make a 1st down, I think this game is over for Burlington.
Burlington is down 39-18, 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this game. We're going to head off to Facebook Live. We're fairly certain the outcome. If anything crazy happens, we'll update you. For Phil Arcaro, Joe Viscione, TJ Horgan.
Freilich takes the snap. Ahead for Quint again. He breaks a few tackles, but is brought down to the 30-yard line. So 1st down, or almost a 1st down for Lexington. But Ben Quint doing a great job for this Lexington offense. Not getting a touchdown run like we saw a few plays ago, but good job by the Burlington defense to stop his run.
Yeah, Quinn has definitely been dominant today, Phil, and that's what you need in this league. As we talked before the game, you need a dominant halfback, a guy that can run the ball fantastic, and that's what Quinn has been providing. And at the end of that play, we saw a bit of a late little elbow by Julian Otavo, so luckily he didn't get flagged with anything there.
3:28 to go. Clock's still running down. Time is on the Minutemen's side. Freilich in the shotgun again. Taking the snap over to Silva. Silva trying to slip, trip, and fall through tacklers, but is brought down near the 1st down marker as he just took a tumble there.
Yeah, just 3 minutes ticking down. Burlington is about resigned here. We see some players coming in. Normally we'll see some players coming in who don't necessarily get the most playing time during the year, but in their last game of the year they will see some time on the field. So 2:40 and ticking now.
Freilich in the shotgun again. Silva will take the backfield, and he runs through a few tacklers and is brought down at the 1st down marker. And he does get a 1st down, so Forrester gets the tackle, and Lexington gets the 1st down. 2:29 left in this one. 39-18, the Minutemen lead in this one.
Yeah, we'll see Ed Stanton, the senior, check in at defensive end. You know,
And then bring the cameras back to the we're just going to do the quick trophy.
And it looks like they're having a bit of a
Ed
conference.
Stanton, okay, keep this in mind. Ed Stanton's in the game at defensive end. He tore his ACL
He
this
did
year.
tear his ACL, I think, in his first game of the year.
I don't want to blow Coach Balian's cover, but I'm not sure about Stanton's medical status at the moment.
You can see a bit of a cast in his knee as Felix is going to run and slide all the way down near the first down mark, or rather to the line of scrimmage. So good defense that time, stopping them short, but too little, too late for this Burlington offense.
Stanton checks out. He was under close eye of the trainer that whole time. Stanton checks out now, limping with his knee brace, but that's his last football game ever. You can see the team emotionally giving him a hug as he walks off.
Yeah, and you got to feel for him. Tore his ACL, I think his first or second game of the year. Didn't play for the rest of his senior year, and it's great that he got at least a snap in this game. Bianchi, and a motion. Freilich takes the ball and rolls to his right. He will just go through the line of scrimmage, and the time will just tick down here at Crum Field. And as it is the last football game of the regular season, I got to give credit to Burlington seniors. They have been through all 4 years. Their freshman and sophomore year didn't do as well. Junior year they had a bit of a high, and then senior year back down again. As you know, they've been through adversity all this time, especially with the ousting of Sean McGuire, George Balian as new coach, not having the season they wanted in their senior year. So you gotta give credit to them. Anyways, here's Freilich. I'm sorry, digging through a few tacklers down to the 40-yard line. But Lexington, they have something to cheer about here, as with 19 seconds left, they have had an incredible season. 9-1, they finished the year off, and with 10 seconds left, Freilich is probably just gonna take a knee here as they pump up the crowd. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is over. The Lexington Minutemen have won and reclaimed the Rotary Trophy for the 23rd time in this series.
An unfortunate loss for the Red Devils, but they did show much worth as they won 3 of their last 5 games. An unfortunate loss here as Burlington is going to be losing a lot of tough seniors to graduation again this year. On the upside, they will have Zachary Sear, who should be fantastic in the next season, which will be great to see how he pans out.
And I'd like to get a look into how they're going about searching for the next coach. Honestly, George Balian, the past few games, having 3 wins and coming out of the gate hot today, George Balian has made a dang good case for himself for that coaching position. Balian using this offense for everything it's worth.
And that is it. So the final score from Crum Field, Lexington 39 and Burlington 18. So Lexington reclaiming their Thanksgiving Day trophy for the first time since 2012 at this exact site, as your Lexington Minutemen prevail against the Burlington Red Devils 39-18. Lexington, enjoy that turkey, and we will see you next year as the Lexington Minutemen will start their 2017 campaign in September. Same with Burlington, and that just about does it for LexMedia and Burlington Cable Access coverages of Lexington High School football between the Burlington Red Devils on Thanksgiving Day. And so, once again, the final score: Lexington 39, Burlington 18. I'm Phil Arcaro.
TJ Horgan, Joe Viscioni.
And happy Thanksgiving, Minutemen and Red Devils. Good night, everyone.